the government, when making the policies, they need to involve the farmers. But us as farmers, we are not involved in policy making.
Across Africa, food producers are struggling with the rapidly intensifying impacts of climate change. From farmers in Zambia to fishers in the Indian Ocean, communities find their food systems and economies threatened. While many food producers are developing solutions to improve adaptation and climate resilience, these methods need greater global and local investment to make them widely accessible to producers and consumers.
Daily in our fishing activities, we encounter so many challenges, especially when the tides are high. Sometimes, because we lack proper fishing equipment, fishermen drown in the ocean, and in low seasons, we face challenges because it's difficult to catch fish.
There's this serious problem of climate change, which is affecting almost everyone. It's a global issue. Now, these challenges that I'm facing regarding the climate change is because of the depletion of nature that has greatly affected by humanity. It's greatly affected us in terms of our livelihood, in a sense that it has brought about food insecurity.
Responding to drought and changing weather patterns, farmers like Roy are adopting new methods of farming.
There's always a better way of combating these challenges, and this is no other than embracing agroecological activities into our farming systems. And this is no other than working with nature, but not against nature. So these are some of the activities that we are doing in order to combat climate change. Intercropping, water harvest, mulching. I think these, just to mention a few.
I used to do my farming just normally as everyone does. And I had a lot of losses because I didn't know how to do a perfect farming. So from time when I started practicing our agroecology, I've seen that things are now changing slowly.
Agroecology is a bottom-up climate adaptation framework. That means its application in any one place is developed by the food-producing communities that are facing and responding to our changing climate. According to the Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations, quote, agroecological innovations are based on the co-creation of knowledge, combining science with the traditional, practical, and local knowledge of producers. Not only does the framework support local producers, agroecology also promotes food security, and it includes built-in requirements for justice and equity. As a set of principles rather than techniques, agroecology is highly flexible, meaning it can support adaptation in all types of food systems.
I used to cut too much trees. I used to burn grasses. Sometimes when I wanted to cultivate, I would just call a tractor to come and plow. By so doing, I found that I was destroying my land through soil erosion, and sometimes I was losing more. So it is important that we use agroecology. If you come to my place, you'll find that I've got plants which I'm planting. I've got seedlings, and some have already gone up to 1 meter, which I need to replant again from whatever I've damaged. And in agroecology, I've learned that there is no waste. I need to keep all the waste and use them again. This is what I'm doing.
But without policy and financial support, sustainable fishing and farming practices have a limited impact. These communities and food systems need greater support to scale up best practices and withstand the threat of climate change.
I, as a farmer who is practicing agroecology, we find it difficult because these other farmers, they don't know anything about agroecology. So as I grow my crops, it's not perfect that I'm practicing agroecology. Those who are applying fertilizer, when the rains comes, the soil are washed away, they come in my field. So those soils which are coming in my field, they've got that fertilizer. So it's not pure organic farming. The government, when making the policies, they need to involve the farmers, but us as farmers, we are not involved in policy making.
Agroecology can also be applied to fisheries as a way to support sustainability and protect the livelihoods of small-scale fishers. Due to years of overfishing to support the nutrition needs of a rapidly growing region, fish populations in Eastern Africa have drastically decreased. This has made fishing less accessible and less sustainable, making it harder for fishermen and fish sellers to eke out a living.
When they sell their fish to us, and our capital is very minimal, we buy the fish from them as a debt. When we get the fish from them, we fry and sell. We sell the fish and pay the loan, but we pay it in half and they give us another debt of fish. I cannot afford to pay the debt. So I think of a solution. I go to his house, get intimate with him so that he pardons me the debt. But if I had capital, this whole thing would not have happened. I would have bought the fish in cash, but because I am poor, this has to happen.
Workers like Florence feel that their needs aren't addressed by local and global policy priorities. To address their steadily declining income, fishing communities need investment to combat rising costs, climate change, and unsustainable practices.
We request the county government to educate us because we use ancient fishing methods. We need to get educated on how to catch so many fish and to get assistance in purchasing fishing equipment.
The main challenges on fish marketing, the lack of modern fishing vessels, and some other areas on financial management. The government is coming up with a formation of cooperatives where the fishing community is going to join cooperatives, and from cooperatives they'll be able to do marketing. They'll be able to get credits to continue with their business or to start their businesses. We can do training on financial management because majority of the fish community lack this knowledge of financial management, such that even if they get funds, they get capital, they get grants, but if they don't have the financial management knowledge, they'll not be able to make it in life.
These trainings and cooperatives can make a big difference for both fishers and fish populations. Yet aquatic food systems receive less than 5% of climate adaptation finance. More funding is needed to protect the health of our oceans now and in the long term.